NATO's support for Georgia in the face of Russian incursions. In the aftermath of the collapse of the Soviet Union, the newly independent state of Georgia was faced with numerous challenges. For years, the country had been a Soviet Socialist Republic, and the sudden shift to democracy and capitalism was jarring. Moreover, Georgia found itself at the center of Russian geopolitical ambitions, and the country has been the target of numerous Russian incursions and invasions over the years. Despite these challenges, Georgia has managed to weather the storm, and the country has established itself as a reliable partner for the West in the Caucasus region. One of the key factors that have contributed to Georgia's stability is the support of NATO, an organization that has been committed to helping the country stand up to Russian aggression. NATO's support for Georgia has taken many forms over the years. The organization has provided the country with military training, equipment, and personnel. It has also worked to forge stronger economic ties with Georgia, which has helped the country to become more resilient in the face of Russian sanctions and economic pressure. Perhaps most importantly, NATO has used its diplomatic leverage to advocate for Georgia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. When Russia invaded Georgia in 2008, NATO sent a strong message to Moscow, condemning the aggression and calling for an immediate withdrawal of Russian troops. More recently, NATO has worked to support Georgia's bid to join the alliance, a move that would significantly increase Georgia's security and stability. NATO's support for Georgia has not been without controversy, however. Russian officials have accused the alliance of provocative actions and accused NATO of encircling Russia by expanding its presence in East Europe. Some Western commentators have also criticized NATO's support for Georgia, arguing that the organization is taking unnecessary risks by engaging in a tense geopolitical standoff with Russia. While there may be some valid concerns about NATO's support for Georgia, it is clear that the benefits of this relationship far outweigh the risks. For one thing, NATO's support has allowed Georgia to maintain its independence and sovereignty, even in the face of Russian aggression. This is no small feat, given that many other countries in the region have been forced to align themselves with Moscow due to economic or military pressure. Moreover, NATO's support for Georgia has helped the alliance to establish a more secure foothold in the Caucasus region. As Russia continues to expand its influence in the region, it is crucial that NATO takes steps to shore up its defenses and project its power in the area. By supporting Georgia, NATO is sending a clear signal to Moscow that the organization is willing to stand up to Russian aggression and defend its allies and partners. Of course, there are risks associated with NATO's support for Georgia. The situation in the region is inherently volatile, and any misstep by NATO could lead to a dangerous escalation of tensions. Moreover, Russia has already shown that it is willing to use military force to achieve its goals in Georgia, and any further attempts by NATO to intervene in the region could be met with a forceful response from Moscow. Despite these risks, however, it is clear that NATO's support for Georgia is an important step in standing up to Russian incursions in the region. For too long, Moscow has been able to bully and intimidate the countries of the Caucasus, using its economic and military power to achieve its goals. By supporting Georgia, NATO is showing that it will not be cowed by Russian aggression and that it is willing to take the necessary steps to protect its allies and partners. In conclusion, NATO's support for Georgia is an important step in standing up to Russian incursions in the Caucasus region. While there are risks associated with this support, the benefits of a strong NATO-Georgia relationship far outweigh the risks. By supporting Georgia's independence and sovereignty, NATO is sending a clear message to Moscow that the alliance will not be intimidated by Russian aggression and will take the necessary steps to protect its interests in the region.